Right. Game just starts to use brackets because of my split keys. What is even the point? I don't know. Right, well it's pretty obvious what I've got to look at, I think, in terms of this beautiful, grand old game. And it is the split I lose about 8 seconds on over every other runner is the way it works. And I think that's why I've seen that. Still haven't got that one really worked out. I know just watching a video doesn't always give you the full picture of it. It's just rubbish, isn't it? This is indeed JAZZPUNK, yes. It is very How does that gate work? I don't know. Still don't know. How the... Jesus, man. It's impossible. Hi, Minswaft. Most kind, or very nice of you to join in for this rather amazing game. It's a little bit different to usual, though. I want to get into speedrunning this again. It's been a long time. It's been too long. What should you attempt to send into space? You should try the original British rocket design. I can't remember exactly what it is. I remember Britain had a chance to go to the moon with £10 million at the time, 1940s. And that's in modern money, so whatever they had available. So the V1 rocket, I believe, was built on. V2, possibly. They might have had certain instances of them in France. Actually, let's start this again. RIP bitrate, by the way, because this section is incredible. Okay, wow, that's phenomenal. That's why I make saves. I need to clear my save game screens. It's a waste of time to load anything. Oh my god. So if you're wondering right now, I'm just, I don't know, warming up isn't quite the right word. I'm trying to refresh myself on how to do the wet works well. I suppose it is warming up to some extent. Big pogo stick, but the hydraulics weren't working. So I do own Kerbal Space Program, I think. Or do I? I don't know if I do 100%. I may own it, I may not. I haven't really played it ever. I've seen other people play it before. It looks very cool, but very difficult. As you understand, of course, it is literally rocket science. Alright, let's get into some runs of this. I think that's only reasonable. Let's see what we can do. Back into this. And if you're not familiar with the JAZZPUNK 80% route, then I do envy you because it's one of the coolest little speedruns out there. Loads of very cool tech. Most of it's discovered by one bloke, but that's there's nothing wrong with it because of that. Yeah, I do it on my Steam wishlist, that's very true. I'd wondered if maybe someone had bought it for me over Christmas. I don't think they have, though, so... In fact, yeah. it is very possible that yes, I've never played it myself as a result of that, obviously. I swear I get worse at that clock every time I try it and do it.
Find the mailbox.
It's the sort of game that I would end up buying for other people and then just say, good luck, have fun. Although I do love space, but I'm not actually competent at rocket design yet. So, yeah. What am I doing? I need to restart the game so we get Ikeyaki. No, sorry, Kaizak. And then I need to set it up again. Tiredness kills. Take a rest. They say. Angles, right? Basic stuff like that.
Sorry, trying to plan.
That's about the gist of it.
Down, honey. The director will be right with you.
For God's sake. I can see where the attempts do tend to go down the drain a little bit on this game.
Down, honey. The director will be right with you.
Okay, let's just refresh myself on something here because I'm going to go a bit mad if I keep messing up the clock like that. I know it's only a half-second time loss or something, but it's... One of your family members died a few days ago. I'm really sorry to hear that. It doesn't necessarily make it any better if you don't know them too well. I feel like that's the saddest part in many ways. I'm glad that it's something you feel able to talk about, obviously. That's usually a good indication of things. But I'm really sorry. I've lost a handful of members of my family, but not, you know, not fortunate enough so far to have had nothing horrifically devastating happen. Nothing recently either. It was a few years ago, last time anyone died. Pretty cool things. It's a morbid subject, I realise, but oh my god. The fact I can't hit that is just remarkable, isn't it? I'm playing on far too high of sensitivity, I think.
Down, honey. The director will be right with you.
Didn't mean to do that. That's great.
Find the mailbox. Welcome back. Our benefactors wish to extend their gratitude. I hope you're ready for another job.
Wow, what an uncreative part of the song. Like, can we just do a high note every time?
In-star connections seem to
Hey, Creeper King. It's very nice to hear from you.
Artificial kidney.
I'm afraid the money game of Paint the Same Red is not out today because I just want to play this. At the moment, I want to try and do speedruns of this again.
Improvise.
You remember this game? Yeah, I think a lot of people do because a lot of YouTubers gave it a go when it came out. People say it's one of the greatest indie games ever made, and I have to agree with them. Which is quite different. I've never played anything like JAZZPUNK. It's the only thing that gives me the same sort of sensation. It's just the game itself. Whatever Luis Hernandez is working on at the moment that comes out, I think I'll be the first person to bloody well buy it. Not too bad. Oh man. Don't open the console. Hang on. I've got loads of windows open, this is mad. And none of them I can really actually close either, so alt tabbing is going to be slower. Thank you, yes, I did verify your biker bar. I did not... The thing is, it takes quite a long time to verify Rumble runs, because I have to download them or record them myself and then time them, retime them in editing software. So it's quite ridiculous in terms of the labour required to do it. It's not too bad really, it just takes longer. So I'm afraid that it will take longer time because I just do it in between other stuff. Obviously I could do all of it in bulk, but it's a bit thankless. It just takes a while. Went to Brew Carnival. Irden Brew Carnival. Beautiful. I'm not going to try and do accents anymore, that Turnic's already ripped into me for doing them. So yes, this is, if you're wondering about the speedrunning in this game, it's just all glitches. There's a lot of glitches incorporated in this. There's nothing to do with cheating as such, except for breaking the boundaries of the game itself. And they do take a while to explain, so if you're really interested, you can go and check out the ESA runs people have done for this. Oh, for fuck's sake. What I'm doing there is just walking outside. It is properly broken, yeah, the game. There are a lot of things that you can do, even in glitchless runs, that sort of feel a bit broken, which are technically, they're not sort of proper glitches, but they are effectively bugs of some sort. This first trick with the outer bounds, I'm sure if you've played this, or you've seen someone else play, you'll know this is not meant to be possible. This is obviously not what you do at the start. It's really entertaining to watch. Dear me, come on. Gotta have the walking thing correct, otherwise I'm never going to be in any contention. I currently am 3rd place on the global leaderboard for 80%. I would like to become 2nd because my personal best run is really not very good. In terms of, there are just obvious things I do wrong. And unfortunately the game is full of resets when I play it, because I just get everything wrong all the time, essentially. Possible times that I don't even know why I have that up, because my gold segments aren't particularly good for any of these segments. My gold segments are generally just stuff. Yeah, I've got some Hotline Miami on this playlist. This is my chill wave playlist, which is a very general term that encompasses many, many different things. However, this is certainly on there by Dust. Oh, sorry, is it by? Sorry, it's by Moon. It's called Dust, and it's by Moon. I always get that the wrong way around. Moon has a couple of amazing tracks for the games. What is going on with this clock? I hate it so much. Because it says right at the start of the run. I'm just doing everything slightly wrong. What's wrong with me?
Down, honey. The director will be right with you.
I believe the original trailer for Hotline 2 had basically one soundtrack featured in it, which was Blizzard, which is probably the best 2nd or 3rd best one. Top 3, regardless of what you say. Don't think anyone could possibly deny it being top 3. Paid 12 Jan 24 stuck in my hand. Yep. Don't worry, I got you. I mean, it's annoying. It's not the end of the world.
Find the mailbox marked with Trump.
Don't leave me out to dry, man. Load zone.
Welcome back. Our benefactors wish to extend
I'm
their
quite
gratitude.
high on the sensitivity. I would like to drop it a bit,
I
but
hope
it's
you're ready for
quite
another
hard to get
job.
exactly right again if you ever mess it up.
Biotech engineer will
Because the way it's on a slider.
Instar connections seem to have afforded him a particularly valuable artificial kidney.
One thing which is particularly notable with JAZZPUNK is my viewership isn't terrible, but that's unfortunately a package deal with this channel. I just occasionally would like to speedrun things that are a bit different. A little bit more to my roots. JAZZPUNK's the first game I ever speedrun, actually. Well, sort of properly. I think I speedran SSX, the snowboarding game, before this. But that doesn't really count too much. Because it's all, more of it was, I didn't really submit times anywhere until I discovered that there was a leaderboard on speedrun.com for it as well. JAZZPUNK I've always loved and played far too much of, beyond the bounds of what you can actually play in the game. So yeah, the logical step was speedrunning, I think, to some extent. I think I might be scuffed here. Oh no. No, fuck, hang on, let's see if this is continuable.
You have powerful no interest.
Jump was quite good, we might try and continue. I've lost like 4 seconds, but never tried speedrunning before. I'd say if you're willing to give speedrunning a go of any sort, JAZZPUNK is an amazing game to start with because it only takes an hour to learn all of this, even though it's pretty clearly... It looks complicated and impressive, but really a lot of the stuff I'm doing here is very simple to understand. None of it requires extremely precise positioning. There's a few alt tabs I could even walk you through some of the stuff. No, I'd really recommend JAZZPUNK for this. Okay, I messed up the easiest glitch in the whole game. It's frustrating. What I'm doing here, a photo is a router. A damn potato is a router. My bitrate is perfectly alright, I'm afraid, so I don't think it's me. Although one thing about this game is the bitrate will be appalling, so it might be slightly difficult on that. No, that's what I mean, it's impossible. That's the same as it was before, I think, on 3. And it feels about wrong. A little bit wrong, but it's not too bad. Are you experiencing anything to do with that, Creeper King? I've got like dropping, having a lag for various different things. I apologise if so. That's unfortunate. I'm not sure how to really fix it. I'll take a look at it after this attempt.
Find the mailbox.
That's rubbish, but it's alright.
Welcome back. Our benefactors wish to extend their gratitude. I hope you're ready for another job.
You hate Steam games that use external launchers. Yeah, I kind of know what you mean. I mean, just make your own accounts and things. I think part of it's archaic because some companies have their own launchers that they've made before Steam was a thing. They port the games to Steam. And some companies just want to have their own monetary systems and things. I do kind of appreciate companies that still do it in a weird way because it's not nice to have Steam as a company that overrules every single gaming thing that's still out there
I've got a landline
in terms of their own launches for things, but in many ways it's nice that they do as well. It depends how you look at it. Look, we can see a nice koi fish area right outside, not actually meant to be there. I think the koi pond and the temple are the two most unexplainable places in this game, as weird as that sounds. That was way too high. Barely even aim when I've got that much time to think about it. It's crap, isn't it?
You have powerful.
God! I do hate that step. I can't get faster half the time. I've got 0 drop frames on OBS. I don't think there's any issues with the quality on my end. Particularly. Yeah, I mean, I do have a ridiculous number of accounts with different companies. That's a legitimate problem, I suppose. I do think that it's not actually as bad as I have previously had it. That sounds strange, but...
Down, honey. The defector will be right with you.
Yeah. I think that nowadays it's actually not too bad because it's just easier to do things with Steam rather than by yourself, particularly indie developers. Certainly they don't want to make launches for themselves if they don't have to. Not that you need one for any reason particular other than to get extra money in Steam later. Nowadays it's a bit not just Steam. I'm pressing the escape button, come on. I use very default buttons to do everything in JAZZPUNK, which is not very efficient. But nowadays, I'm far too used to it to switch anything from now, and it's not the end of the world if I do. Really. Yes, those are really the margins with Darlington train station, because it's not... There's not really a lot of room for things to go very wrong or right. It just kind of ends up being something like that every time, unfortunately. So. What that really means is that I'm slower by less than 1/10 of a second, so it's hundredths or something. But hundreds or thousands. I'm not sure if Light Fudge tracks thousands, but I will be slower by around that sort of region.
25 billion yen. We need you to extract this from them at any cost. Improvise. I know you'll do well by me.
It's not possible for it to have an exact tie, so I don't know what the symbol is for that. I certainly feel like I would have experienced one by now, even if I knew they weren't already possible. What have we got here then? Yeah, let's get a good spider bin for once, come on. This glitch I'm doing here, you have to alt-tab out of the game and then, by coming back in, at a certain time in the elevation you can get flung into the air, and the idea is you want to do it a bit later so you get less air time and still land perfectly, but I've messed up again, I think. Yeah, I fucking hate this glitch. It's a really good glitch, but I can't seem to do it correctly. The problem is I go into practice it every time I fail, not these last couple of times, because it's a bit boring. But every time I do, I can do it perfectly 10 times. I did it before this stream, I practiced it for a few minutes and got it perfectly every time, and now I can't hit it a single time in runs. The cycle continues. Side-by-side comparison on Saloon for your in bronze runs. That's very interesting. I always like to do that for JAZZPUNK as well because it's such a set route I always used to. Which is I don't really anymore, but I certainly really enjoy doing that kind of thing. Tide 217, you did a comparison. He was like 10 seconds slower. Do you mean on in-game time, or is it in actual real time?
Find the mailbox.
Because obviously in-game time doesn't factor in anything that you do before the fight starts, which means if you kind of walk around for a few seconds, then it will appear that you are significantly slow and there's no reason to. Oh wow, Minstrap just sent me a gift!
Welcome back.
Why has he done that?
Was to extend their
That's
gratitude.
very kind.
I hope you're ready for
Now it's in the
job.
stream VOD forever, which is nice.
As a biotech engineer working for Ratio Corp.
That's really kind of you. You don't have to do Minstrap. I'm very happy to return it. There's no particular need to.
Artificial kidney.
What is Lethal League? I think I've heard of this before, but I've not. I'm looking at it on my phone, not my monitor, obviously.
Extract this from them at any cost.
That's on JAZZPUNK.
Improvise. I know you'll
Smack
do
people
well
with zero gravity balls. That's most of the information I've got.
I've got a
Lethal League.
landmine to install.
This is like, this is the weapon to surpass League of Legends. I better check it out now, hadn't I? I tell you what I'll do. I'll check it out on my next stream that I do. On this one, I'm gonna continue with a little bit of JAZZPUNK when I go to sleep. If you don't mind. Thank you. Your generosity is unparalleled. And there's really no need, of course, but thank you. Alright, I'm going to have to just skip it. That's really annoying. How does this happen every time? Come on.
You have poor Fugu at no entrance, please.
Damn it, I've gone to the left for no reason again. Every time. At least I got one decent-ish Fugu. One thing that's rather nice about this game is that there's not a lot of points to fail on after the Barrakyaki. So if you save a bit of time on that and then you go on wet works, then you'll probably have a good run incoming. But it is very hard to judge. It is very hard to judge indeed. Nope, don't hit me into that. God, I am so much slower than I thought I'd be because of that save load. 4 seconds? That's appalling. Oh my god, right, this is narrowly continuable simply because I messed up the dialogue glitch. You don't have a copy yourself, you should get it for yourself. I'm still very happy to decline it, don't worry, you're very welcome to get it for yourself. Don't worry, I have no idea if I'll enjoy it, so it might be ultimately a wasted gesture. Although it is still very kind, of course.
In the meantime, I'll set you up with a vacation. All expenses paid, trip.
I remember you bought me PPG, I haven't actually even tried it yet, just because, I don't know.
You look like you could use
sometimes games are just... getting into them is a bit... I feel very reluctant to do. It's like going to watch new films. Maybe I'm just depressed. Only family-friendly fun streams here, of course.
Welcome to Kaitak Resort.
That Geordie woman who's got all of the dialogue for these people has got a bunch of, I don't know if it's removed dialogue in the sound ripping folders for the game. It's so cool. Also make the elevator go faster by doing a funny thing there.
I am absolutely distracted by your radios. Allow me to.
If you know the basic plot of JAZZPUNK, what you're meant to do, this will obviously all make a fair amount of sense. You might be a bit confused about how I'm doing some of these things, but
A cocktail for the pretty lass.
it's very simple, I assure you.
Lady in red.
I trust you know it. You look a little pale. What's the matter, Polly Blank?
Oh god, we're going to be so far behind on this. How's that happened? I have lost so much time on this. That's crazy. I better have gained a little bit, right? Surely. Yeah. Cold split, how about that? Not that it matters at all, but there we go. No, don't do that. No! What are you doing? Oh my god, this game. Sometimes it do be like that. I lose so much time on this blip, for fuck's sake. Alright, come on. Seriously, never going to be able to get this back now. I don't really know what I'm doing. Unless I save over 2 seconds on the wet works, it's over. Oh my god! I'm choking so hard. Come on. I think Runs Dead is pretty accurate on this case, actually. Yes, don't worry. I might be able to rescue it a bit here, but it's hard to say. I think this wet work so far is going very badly. Although my wet works and my personal bests are always so bad that it's, like, almost comical. Why can't I go backwards? I think it's probably over here. Oh, fuck that. Jesus Christ. What are you sending me? This generosity is baffling. I don't know what I've done to deserve this. Hang on. Prison Architect! Oh my god, yes, I'm actually familiar with this one. I've never really understood how to play it. I played it at a friend's house once. I am very happy to decline these, by the way, Minstraft. You don't have to get me these. It's very kind, but Jesus Christ. Hi, Ian. It's very cool to see you. I've just been gifted 2 games by an internet friend of mine, which is unbelievably kind of him, but obviously I don't know what to do with myself now. I feel like JAZZPUNK is just inadequate. I'm gonna keep going because I love it, but there we are. Let's set up all the glitches again. If you're not familiar with EAM64, he is of course the legendary world record holder in this game. And has been more or less non-stop for 5 years, but that's I do not want that to deter me whatsoever. Let's use no clip to set this glitch up, just fly up to here, is that loud? I wonder. Okay, that's great. I started doing the new golf stuff. So the stuff with the queue where you can pull it out, yes, that's all. That's fine. Is there anything other than that that's really new that sort of it hasn't been incorporated and runs from the last few months?
Will be right with you.
I lose track a little bit. I feel like that's most of it. There's also that optimization where you can get in the car a bit faster, but I don't really know beyond that. Anything? Nothing new. Okay. What the fuck? Okay, I don't know what's happened there. Banger. Lovely. You did a new run of biker bar bosses. How did that go? It's just fascinating, biker bar bosses. Despacito and has discovered, like, it must be a year ago or so now, that if you just do them in the opposite order, it's actually faster. And no one had tried that for 5 years. It proves how stupid the PTT opportunity actually is, but we don't like to talk about that too much. I occasionally mention it because it's funny. So, if you just kill the boxer and then the biker boss, that's faster than killing the biker boss and boxer. And for about 5 years, we just killed biker boss and then the boxer, for no obvious reason other than that's how we'd always done it. I don't think anyone really tried to do it. It just is faster. It is just. I don't really have a good explanation. If you kill the boxer with a knife that's on top of the bar and kill the biker boss with whatever, the machete that's on his desk. And that is ultimately a lot quicker. God, that was a terrible Soviet concert. What's wrong with me?
I hope you're ready for another job. As a biotech engineer working for Ratio Corp.
It's running randomly, essentially.
Instar connections seem to have afforded him
I wish I was competent at Spider Bin, even though I practice it more than anything else. I just can't do it consistently. It's just rubbish.
We need you to extract this.
I always get off a bit too early in runs. And then I'm flying far too high, obviously.
Well by me.
As you've just seen me lament.
I've got a landline to install.
My mouse isn't obnoxiously loud, by the way. That would be funny. God damn it. I hate this keyboard. I need a big enter button so I can mash it. I just have this little tiny one. That was too early. That was too early. I can tell. And there's no way I'm going to be able to do this without doing 2 save loads, realistically. Yeah, that run's dead. Okay. You have many map ideas that have never really seen the light of Paint the Red Network or anyone else's minds. I think that's actually very true for creative minds in general. I've certainly had map ideas that I've never executed because I don't know how to do anything in the level editor, obviously, to any reasonable degree anyway. What sort of map ideas have you had, if you don't mind me asking, of course? I never really know how map makers go their approach and things. I've always thought stuff on top of skyscrapers, like moving good as primitives, would be awesome. I have no idea how to do that, so I have never done it, obviously.
Find the mailbox.
Well, having said that, I'm sure it's not impossible by any means. I'm sure it's doable, not with enemies moving around, but... Oh, God. Okay. I'm stuck with all these mediocre consoles. It's not like I need to do them very well, but...
I hope you're ready for another job.
A map named Ray William Johnson, where you get jump scared by Ray William Johnson. Well, every young YFM song was played at once in the background. That sounds like a nightmare, but it does sound very, very you.
particularly valuable artificial kidney.
I don't actually enjoy playing a level like that weirdly. I don't know why. It just sounds funny.
25 billion yen. We need you to extract this from them at any cost. Improvise. I know you'll do well by me. If you don't mind, I've got a landline to
Man. Man, I'm dead. Why do I only stream late at night when I'm tired as all hell? Late at night for Europeans before any Americans come in and say, it's midday, what are you talking about, man? That was too late. Too early even, sorry. Not too late. I swear. Fuck this game. No, actually I'm practicing that. I don't care, even if it's boring. It's 6:30, what are you talking about, man? I told you it was early in the day, man. I can't do these in runs. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I can't do it in runs. And then I'm gonna come out of it and do it perfectly. No doubt. That wasn't great, but it could be. No, it's perfect. It's perfect. I can't understand. I'm so shit. I'm so shit at these. I can't understand it. It's flawless. It is so classic. I don't want to say about it. God, it's Deadly Lizard. There's another legend of JAZZPUNK has arrived.
Down, honey. The director will be right with you.
I'm afraid to say that catching my streams is a bit like catching the flu. It's a bit like you just watch terminal illness and failure for a few minutes. And then I give up. Occasionally, if it's not JAZZPUNK, I do get world records, but if it's JAZZPUNK, I do just get personal best.
Down, honey. The
Once in a
director
blue
will be right
moon.
with you.
I'm still very happy to see you here. Very cool of you. Flu goes away quickly. Yeah, it doesn't really work, that analogy, does it? Whatever. Still trying to relearn the game, yeah. I mean, the thing is, I haven't properly speedrun this for about, I don't know, since my last personal best, a few months at least. And it would be really nice if I could just immediately shake off all the rust. But why did he not even come out and speak to me there? I've never seen that before. And I can't get out because the game is being cool. And that's a terrible Soviet consulate, but that's fine, we'll make it back.
Welcome back. Our benefactor.
4 years! Is that since your last personal best in any
ready for
Jesus, I
another job.
remember that one though. That can't be that long ago. Am I that boring at all? Oh no. Dear me.
Inside connections seem to have afforded.
I should run Flavor Nexus, that's more free than 80%. I prefer 80%. Even though Flavor Nexus is really optimised,
we need you to
this
extract this from them at any cost.
Feels like an impossible challenge to me, but
I know you'll do
still willing to take it up. Because it is, of course, the greatest indie game in the world. The beautifully twisted mind of Luis Hernandez and Jeff Browse. Yeah, Flavor Nexus, the only reason I don't play that more is because of the 30-second introduction, which you just have to sit through I have no idea what to do in that 30 seconds. I just sit there twiddling my thumbs. And it's not as bad as other games, to be honest. Okay, that's amazing. I love this game. Sometimes, well, that's not even the game's fault. There's no RNG in this. It's entirely the player's fault. And oh god, why did I not even pay attention to that? Jesus. It is a little bit boring in terms of what actually happens, yeah. I think that the world record is not nearly as... Despite the fact that the world record is very impressive, it's not that impressive to actually watch, in my opinion. I think that the 80% records are, and the 80% times that are just super fast, are really entertaining. The Flavor Nexus runs are just... I don't know, you run into the store, pick up the smelling salts, pay for them, go to the car park, do a clip, and then you just spam for a minute. And that's about it. And it's just sort of that's the whole run. 2 minutes, 20 seconds, thereabouts. I believe I may have briefly held the world record in Flavor Nexus, but I'm not sure if it was many years ago if I did.
Find the mailbox.
Oh yeah, I did, because I beat that oh god damn it. That was Perfect. There's a guy coming in and set a time very quickly. Try running Quake Agent. That's a good one. I never understood whether Quake Agent was sort of completely random or if it is actually a bit predictable. If their enemy AI spawns have actually got some sort of pattern to them other than just the locations where people spawn. I just got discouraged by how luck-based it was, and I already speedrun plenty of games that are completely luck-based, if not a little bit. And JAZZPUNK 20% is a nice break from that, where it's you get a sense of achievement from finishing things. Figuring out a pattern, alright, that's interesting, so there may well be hope for runners. Oh my... Just flip the clock up. It's not even hard. What is the point? Literally cock.
Sit down, honey. The defector will be right with you.
Offering a $7 million bounty for cock skip, please. Not that it's really possible faster, but I still got problems with the ink thing. I do get what you mean though. Like it just says, it just says like it's like a bit like you're a interstellar slave that's been branded with some sort of Brew Festival marking. It's not good, is it? Yeah, I got tone box on. I'm gonna get strikes on Twitch. Oh, whatever. It'll do. It'll be fine. Use a rabbit to JSW though, so I can actually get out quickly. Can I get a run that makes it past the wetworks? At that point, the run's basically fine, but past Darlington too. Fair enough. That's a good point. Just let me out! Love of God. Oh my God. Sorry, what did you not notice? I didn't even particularly. I'm sorry if I'm speaking of myself too quickly and don't realise.
Sit down, honey. The defector will be right with you.
One of the nice things about JAZZPUNK, particularly with streaming, is you can kind of just sit back and look at chat after every few particular glitches. One of the souls there and said it's one of the funniest off-brand names. God, there are some good ones out there. Because one in my head will take some beating. It's like the one that says Harry Potter and then it's a picture of Sonic the Hedgehog. I still think that's the best one ever. He made an earlier question where he said, am I using the new golf stuff? And I assure you that I would be using the new golf stuff if I could get to golf. We're not going to see any of that tasty new golf strats because I'm just not even going to be able to get there. I will do a no reset run eventually in the stream if nothing works. Because it's just not necessarily in terms of getting a personal best, just for fun and practice. Harry Potter Obama 10.
For another job.
What the hell?
As a biotech engineer.
It is like the Harry Potter Sonic one. Harry Potter Obama 10. Just using buzzwords, essentially.
Instar connections seem to have fallen in a particularly valuable artificial kidney. Estimated value on the red market is over 25
Estimated value on the red market is over 24 million yen.
We need you to extract this from them at any cost.
I wonder who's doing the voice for the director, if it's Louise or someone else.
Do well by me.
If it's Louise, it's an amazingly good voice in terms of recognisability. Alright, come on. Couldn't have been much better, that one.
You have powerful technique. No interest.
Yeah! There we go. Call and get the run set. You know what? That's the sort of luck I need. This run's gonna be fine. Maybe. I'm certainly not gonna die of the Fugu, because I've done that reasonably well for once.
Oh, I'm going what you say.
you're shocked by how hard the route will become all of a sudden. Yeah, I kind of sympathise with that a bit because I didn't realise how difficult it would be to get the Alt-Tab spider bin when it used to be that you'd have to pray that it launched you. Or you take the, oh god, no. Oh God's sake, right. First time I get a good spider bin. The run was dead, he was right. I should have listened to him. I came back to the route and discovered that there's this new alt-tabbing system for doing the TV man and stuff. I couldn't do the TV man alt-tab forever, except I now realise it's extremely easy to get it to be the normal version. The over-the-building version is a bit harder. It just requires a bit of messing around in the settings, really. Things that I have done in theory. Not sure to what end. This run's going to Wetworks and die. Alright. I'll take you up on that. I will get the run all the way to Wetworks and totally not go backwards down a pipe. Which I do, that's the only reason I actually stop at Wetworks usually, unless I'm like more than 5 seconds behind. Oh my god. I should just shut up. I'm not getting anywhere with trying to challenge this sort of negativity. Oh well. There we go. By the way, I'm acutely aware of the DM you sent me, Minster, after and about the off-brand thing. I should check it at some point. You can call runs whenever. If you like. It doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to heed the suggestion, but I do tend to. Someone made a Kerbal Space program, paint and sand red poster. Is that Hollowed Commander by any chance? Very good with the old poster system. System, it's just an invention.
Find the mailbox.
Ah, you bastard. Hang on, let's look at this bit, DM. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen that image before on the internet in other places. So you saw the same one, you're saying? That's crazy. Really? That was like a really old meme. Yeah, things. It's weird that I mentioned that one before you actually said it as well. Like it's definitely a cultural icon to some extent. I think that's a bit generous, but when people think of off-brand rubbish crap, they do tend to think of that.
Sit down, honey. The director will be right with you.
Oh my god, I hate this game. I love this game. I hate this game. This is very much dependent on whether I am falling into the void or not. Alright, so he says I don't have to verify the paint and sand red runs, but to be honest, I kind of do because I don't know who. To be fair, I don't think Ethan Snats really. Both of them, I kind of asked if they wanted to join the moderation team rather than people who were sort of interested in verifying things all the time. I don't think it's very fair to ask them to do things all the time.
Sit down, honey. The director will be
I do
right
occasionally ask them to do things if I'm busy or whatever, but I don't know who else it's going to fall to be honest. One thing that would make it much easier to verify is if you happen to have the video files for those runs, do send them over to me, and then I'll just manually do them from video editing software. And that'll make it so much easier. But if you don't have them, that's fine as well. I've got them on Rumble, so I'll get them eventually. The other thing I've got to do is archive all of the, move all of the runs from the old board that were done on console over to the new console board, which is a little bit tedious, and there's not really a way of doing it with a program, which is really annoying. Hi, a user, by the way, I did see your message. I just failed to appreciate that you're probably there. Are you a fan of JAZZPUNK at all? Have you seen the game before? It's a pretty entertaining game. At least I think so.
down, honey.
Future Club on the Spotify radio. Sort of playlist is nice on Fridays, but yeah. Okay, I officially give up. I'm not even looking away from my monitor ever. other than in loading screens for chat, and I still just miss every trick. What's going on? Come on, get your stuff in the game, Dan. You gotta fight a little bit.
Down, honey. The director will be right with you.
Alright. I am officially storming. Look at that, I gained 0 seconds. We're gonna be fine. I actually have to do a programming project for the next 2 weeks, which is a bit alarming, but because I don't really know what I'm doing, but it's fine. A pretty clean Soviet consulate. Almost a second save. Whatever.
Welcome back.
I'll do.
Our benefactors wish to extend their gratitude. I hope you're ready for another job. As a biotech engineer working for Ratio Corp. Instar connections seem to have fallen in a particularly valuable artificial
really
kidney.
nice. I recommend
Estimated
drinking
value
water.
on the red market's over 25
Instead of just
billion
not,
yen.
as opposed to not drinking water.
We need you to extract this from them at any cost. Improvise.
Come
I know
on.
you'll do well by me.
Gotta get a run that gets there
If you don't
eventually,
mind,
right?
I've got a landline to install.
No worries, if you're being right back. My god, it's Victorious! You are most welcome, Victorious. Come on.
You have Paul Fugu attacking no incidents.
Not bad. Okay. You got on a Discord channel that's full of Muscle Man, My Mom memes. What do you mean? I don't. Do you mean like Muscle Man from regular show? Or is it just the Kicker Chad? I don't know. It's hard to say. I remember you saying you didn't like that particular character from regular show. At one point, I think it's even the answer to my Sporkle quiz about the Paint and Red community. Okay, I didn't get the big one, that's fine, whatever. Let's just keep going. Who cares? What the fuck? I saved 8 seconds? Okay, so I always wonder, where does all my time go in this? Obviously, my Ikiaki alleyway is shocking! Because I should not have saved 8 seconds on that. I didn't even get the proper TV man blue boost.
That last job seems to attract
The Whiskey Curse is spread to non-Painted and Red servers. I presume it's just actually a cultural icon or something.
In the meantime, I'll set you up with a vacation.
Okay, there is no way this run can possibly not be a personal best now, unless I crash.
To Kai Tech Resorts.
This is going far too well.
Get some R&D.
To have gained 8
You
seconds.
look like you can use it.
Of course I'll return to Paint the Town Red, yeah, of course. Of course, this is just I'm having a day off. I'm playing JAZZPUNK instead. It's actually more fun to play something, have a bit of variety, you know. Just because, obviously, you know well, one game does get stale. Even a game as amazing as Paint the Town Red. I could have a day off completely from streaming, which would probably be actually much better for my health, but it doesn't matter. It'll still be fine if I do some of this, you know. Oh, fuck my life. I have just... Okay. The run's actually dead. I have never done that in a run. I have never, ever done that in a run. I literally just said there's no way I can mess this up, and I managed to fall through the elevator floor. I know why that happened as well. I pressed 3 too many times.
Down, honey. The director will be right with you.
Actually, no, that's not the reason that happens anymore, is it? It's actually, what was that? There's an explanation someone posted in the server about this, and I don't remember what it is. God damn it. Also, I need to reset the whole game, because Kaitak's been loaded 3 times now, and twice, even then it's going to crash. how the game is made with old glue, and sometimes this sort of thing just happens, and it's unavoidable. Yeah, so the problem is, I know what you mean about the resetting with black screen and Kitech. The problem is, because the black screen comes up every third time you load up Kitech in a game session, I've now loaded it twice. So in my next run that gets to Kitech, it will just break, and it'll softlock the game, and I won't be able to do anything. Well, softlock's not really the right word, but yeah, I'm aware my cam's not cam. Don't worry, it's just because I was setting up a glitch to do with save corruption, which is a little bit. It's a tiny bit hard to explain. The gist of it is it just skips the cutscene.
Down, honey. The defector will be
Where
right with
you speak to someone on the phone later on in the game, and it takes quite a while. And that is allowed. No, that's true. Third time, every time, it kills the game, and I don't really know why it's the third time. It is extremely consistent, though. Okay, I'm an idiot. It's always the third time. I don't know why it happens, but I feel like actually you probably would have run into it. So maybe it's just that isn't the case, because I feel like Ian of all people probably would have run into that issue.
Down, honey. The defector will be right with you.
It feels very consistently third the time, for me at least. What time am I aiming for? Preferably. Why is it using real time on this? That's extremely annoying. Why has it done that? I wasn't even comparing it as my personal best segments. Breton, what is the point? Fate of Blackness stays around after transitioning to Kitech Knight. I don't know if we're talking about the same thing in that case. So you load it into Kitech, and then the thing I'm talking about is when you load into Kitech and the screen just blacks and you have the reticle but nothing else, and you have the music as well. And you can pause, but you can't actually do anything else. And it kills the game completely, obviously, no. I believe that comes up the third time you load into Kitech in one game session. Every time. I don't know if it's actually true. It's extremely consistently the third time for me, so I have to reset every time I get. God damn it. Let's just continue. I'm going to lose about a second on this, but we'll keep going. It's the Fate of Black, okay. You sure? I'm sure you do know, of course. You are the authority on the program of the game outside of the actual developers on the server. Well, sorry, I don't know if not actually, but it certainly feels like it. The game is made with glue and cardboard. It's a very high quality glue and cardboard, but it still is glue and cardboard at the end of the day.
Will be right with you.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Okay. And with a banging soundtrack as well, but yep, still. Stupid menu overlay bug. It's like a bug on top of the bug. But the problem is I'm not familiar with that, so I don't ever. I hate the clock. Do I have Red Dead Redemption, Red Dead Online? No, I don't have either of them, I'm afraid, sorry. It's a game that I, along with millions of other games in the world, as I've spoken to Minstraft about in this stream, I would love to play them, but I don't think I really ever would commit serious time to them. Just because of the way my life works, and I don't really like doing anything other than what I'm already happy with. Usually. You sent this go around, you said in Discord. Yeah, thank you, that'd be fine. It's just, basically, I can't retime runs on Rumble because I can't copy the debug information from the client, unless maybe there's a way of doing it in the dev console, I don't know. But if I have the file, I can just do it in a video editor, which is extremely easy. It just requires getting the file, and normally to do that I have to either download the video or record the video, and that takes, you know, however long the run is, plus a bit extra to record and retime, or downloading it requires using software or sites that aren't necessarily very good or very legal in some cases. They probably are completely legal, I just don't think that they're meant to be. The site itself would be keen on shutting them down because it's not preferable to have them. Or safe is another very good point. Yep, I suspect all of them have malicious advertising inputs on all. It's on YouTube. It's listed as the debug information. It contains information such as how far through the current frame cycle you are, which can tell you exactly what second of the run you're on, to the decimal, to the thousandth, which is really useful because it means you can retime videos
Find the
based on.
mailbox marked with chalk on the side.
Oh my god! I know exactly why I've got that bit wrong. By the way, my nose itches so much. You feel like everyone is leaving YouTube? Yeah, we had a new year. We have had Matt Patton, Tom Scott leave, which feel like two giants of the community
Down, honey.
of
The
YouTube,
will
the
be
entire
right with
YouTube
you.
culture leaving. Yep, indeed. I wonder if we get anyone else to leave it in the new year. Is anyone else other than those two? I can't think of anyone. It does feel like it's all happening at once, though. I can imagine it's very possible that people do get pushed out of companies eventually, at least a little bit. Sadly, that may be.
Find the mailbox marked.
This is doing the actual slightly safer button so we can get off of consulate for once. Instead of doing the ultimate fast EAM version, where you just essentially YOLO it but with a slight bit of setup.
Welcome back. Our benefactors wish to extend their gratitude. I hope you're ready for another job. As a biotech engineer working for Ratio Corp.
It is actually on the PlayStation, JAZZPUNK. Yep, it has a PlayStation 4 and 5 port. It's available on the store. It's a little bit, tiny bit of a different game, but it is on the PlayStation, yeah.
Estimated value on the red market.
It was originally made for PC, came out in 2014, but it is there's a 2017 port done for the PlayStation as well, and it's only PlayStation. Xbox have none of it. If you do get it on the PlayStation, you'd be pleased to know that the speedrunning scene is basically non-existent, so you'd probably be able to get the world record within a few tries. The guy who holds it, I think, is called I can't remember actually what his name is, but he's slightly ahead of everyone else. There is a PlayStation 4 board on speedrun.com that is extremely stupid. I need to think about raise the topic of changing it because it doesn't really make any sense at the moment. Oh great, I love this game. I love this game. Jesus Christ, come on, it's a joke.
Down, honey. The director will be right with you.
Whew.
Find the mailbox marked with chalk on the side.
Oh my god, just... Oh man. You record the PlayStation 5 screen recording, it can be up to 3 minutes and upload to the PlayStation app. Oh really? So actually if you... yeah, I don't know how you do that. On Xbox there's a feature where you can just begin recording.
Down, honey. The director will be
And then you
right
can
with
just keep going and going and going. I think the normal limit is 10 minutes, but you can change it in settings. If you're just stitching lots of bits of runs together, that might not be very allowed, but sort of could do it for casual. I'm not interested in that run. Shoot, you can't use a second on Darlington 1, that's pathetic. Ugh, just refresh for a second. Let me just refresh. Just have a stretch. Ugh, and have a look at what Spotify is doing. Which is to say, nothing helpful. Alright. OBS. Just to get that interface up. We'll have a few more goes at this. It would be nice if I could maybe just get on a good run, even if it doesn't end up going that well.
Down, honey. The defector
One thing
will
that
be
is a
right
bit, I do like speedrunning runs that are about speedrunning games that you can finish in about 13, 14 minutes, a bit like this one. 10 minutes in Pentagon at 100%'s case. But I do also enjoy runs that you can afford to lose a bit of time on and they're a bit more casual. So, this is really not that. If you lose a second, it's over pretty much in terms of world record anyway. Certainly for me, I'm not going to get it, but whatever. Okay, that is amazing. Obviously I'm not going to get it if I can't do that. I hate the clock so much. It's so easy to mess it up. I don't know why.
down, honey. The defector will be right with you.
Okay, how's that not on 12? Why does it not work? I can't do it. I just hate this. Remember the prison level, Prem1000? Yeah, of course. Prison scenario, right? Or do you mean one of your custom levels like Sakona Isle?
Down, honey. The defector will be right with you.
Are you going to prison? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I hope you're not trying to... How are you going to prison? Have you got in trouble as a result of your political group that you attend? Oh, as a guard, right. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that you wouldn't have anything wrong, of course. I thought you were working on an electrician job. Well, fuck this. Start. I am so burnt out with this game. I don't know how it's possible I come back to it with a fresh mindset and then just can't do the start again. Like all those years ago. Jesus Christ.
Down, honey. The defector will be right with you.
I wonder how many of these attempts on the counter have actually left Darlington 1. I'd say maybe 90% of them have. Okay. Yeah, it used to be a wireman. That was the exact term you used, I think, actually. Sorry, I should remember. So how come you want to work in a prison as a guard? Any particular reason? Of course, it's not something I would necessarily choose to do off the top of my head, but...
Find the mailbox.
Now, by recreate prison in real life, I hope you mean you're not going to start a riot and murder everyone, because that wouldn't be very sporting of you.
Welcome back. Our benefactors wish to extend their gratitude.
Oh, is it actually quite a well-playing job? I suspect it is extremely dangerous, you've got to think about slightly. Not that there are constant riots or anything, it's just that it can happen. Essentially you're one man against an entire world of prisoners. They're armed with forks occasionally, that could be enough.
Value on the red market's over 25 billion
Not for
yen.
faint of heart.
We need you to extract this from them at any cost. Improvise. I know you'll do well by me.
Be assigned to guard the prisoner that has a machete under his pillow.
I've got a landline to install.
Usually a good course of action. Can't imagine anything going wrong with that.
You have Paul Fugu attacking no entrance. Please.
Good, Fugu. Will you sick leave or just get assigned to a unit while housing arrested bikers? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is the key, really. Is to not get involved in a paint the red scenario in real life. Generally speaking. too bad, less airtime.
This is your left.
Jesus. Just flipping around randomly.
Fantastic work. Now I can finally make my state in
I think one of the
King
problems with console speedrunning is that
That last
it's
job
very
seems to have
big
affected us a
with old
bit more
consoles and
heated
classic games.
We'll have to wait for
Because
things to cool down a
the
bit.
people who used to play them are now
In the meantime,
involved
I'll
in
set
the
you up
community and
with
can be
the
mature
location.
about things and have the patience for it and everything like that.
All
But
expenses paid for.
modern consoles
High-tech
just
results.
haven't quite got there yet.
Go on,
So,
get some R&D.
and a lot of games, there are so many
You
more
can-
games nowadays. You get less communities that are overflowing with people who are willing to try things, or less games that have got any kind of solid player base. Like you think about Ratchet and Clank games, they're nothing terribly special nowadays, but they have such a huge number of people who are familiar with them and can really recall everything about them. So, it's I particularly enjoyed those games when I was younger, but they are very basic nowadays. You just got to kind of kill lots of things with weapons, and that's about it. That's really the gist. I pressed E when I looked at that for some reason, even though I've not had that bound as my control for years. Okay, this run is now going better than anything so far this session, except that I just hit the door as soon as I said that. This run is going terribly, everything's wrong, I promise.
I am absolutely distracted.
Number one speedrun world record on PlayStation? Yeah, definitely for JAZZPUNK, I think that's possible. I think there's a guy called Botchon Zar who has it at the moment. Very good run, generally, but apart from that, I think there's none of the runs that are very difficult to beat, particularly. To be honest. It's my professional opinion, of course. Not the most stereotypical home music ever playing at the moment as well.
You look a little pale.
Most well known, I should say. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's console speedrunning is certainly its own world. A lot of people do speedrun lots of games on consoles, so they can sort of get a big net. But I don't know. It's very much up to you. I know that isn't very helpful of me to say, but it very much is. Okay, so you did not mess up the transition to Wetworks, and we should be okay. Probably. There we go. Not that messed up, anyway. Oh, it's Home We're Finally Landing next as well. The second most recognisable home song in the whole world. Mostly because of Summoning Salt. Nothing wrong with that. It's a great song. Should be used as what's the word I'm looking for? Lavishly as possible, perhaps. No, that was too high. Okay, that wasn't the worst Wetworks I've ever done. Not good, but it ultimately doesn't matter at all if I don't get the dialogue skip. I will gain 4 seconds if I do. If I don't, I will be solid pace, which will be rubbish, essentially. Yes, we got it. Summoning Salt is a video pattern and speedruns. I think there's probably no chance, but it would be pretty awesome, yeah. I wrote some of a script for a Paint Sandrad history video, but I kind of realised it was not worth explaining, because nothing amazing happened at any point during it. It's improved, and people came up with a couple of different strategies. It's not really the kind of show-busy wow factor game that you would be looking for in terms of topics for that, sadly. As much as I love the game, it certainly doesn't have that X factor that that everyone needs. Is my game comparing against real time again? I swear the splits, there's something wrong with them. Why did I not remember to do that? So, if you're not familiar with Bachelor's Pad, there's not very much to go wrong here. The game can crash completely and softlock in a couple of places.
Look behind you.
Over here, Polly.
There's not that much
No,
to go wrong?
over
Really?
here. No,
I
a
suppose.
little more. A bit more. A little to your left. No, your other left.
I swear my splits are
Go
not quite right.
Go back a bit.
There's something wrong about them.
There we stop. Yes.
I keep looking at the times and
there
wondering
we-
what's wrong with them. I can't quite tell. Okay, so there is something that can go wrong. It's
Polyblank.
golf
We've
that
been
can go
expecting
really
you.
wrong. I haven't practiced
I'll
golf
get
in a
right to the
while.
point. You've taken something of mine,
So this could be
and
very
so I've
interesting.
taken something
This
of
could be very,
yours.
very cringe as well. I
That's
might
the
fail it
overarching
super
principle.
hard. We'll have to see.
They've taken some of your important directors, i.e. me.
Please wish me luck
And
if you
it's
can.
imperative that you get me back in the
Yeah,
right
mind.
hands, i.e. my
Best run of the
own.
night at least, so I'll probably end on this
I know
one.
you do well by me.
Regardless of what happens. Make it a no
Polyblank,
reset.
I challenge you to a game of
Thank
sport.
Here we go.
Should you prove victorious, I will free the director unharmed. As I won the dice roll backstage, I'll go first. I guarantee you, there won't be one hint of foul play.
Of course, it hits the ball and then it glides right in perfectly. No cheating whatsoever going on there.
Home run? I must be a bit off today. I almost went with that one myself.
You see that, and then into the boundary,
Consequences are in
and
your
then
hands,
down here,
Polyblank.
like so. And this one is a little bit more frustrating, to be honest. Let's see if we can do it. Can I remember the lineup for this even?
I'm so surprised.
Oh, I messed up a little bit. By a little bit, I mean quite a lot.
Most invigorating. That
Oh,
appears to
bonk.
be on my side today. Don't let it get you down, Polyblank.
Come on, dude. What? Oh, I hate my
You're just
life.
getting warmed up.
I just forgot to do the save load as well. That's actually run dead. I don't believe what was wrong with me.
You made sure.
Fucking hell, man. That's frustrating. Just messing up every other control. Yeah, no, I lost a huge amount of time there. I just basically am crap, essentially, is what is the summary there. So the second hole wasn't great because I didn't remember the lineup in that particular moment. I just panicked. I now remember it very clearly, of course. That tends to be how these things go. At the time, I didn't recall it was at all, I'm afraid. Of course, I could have done the normal lineup, would have been significantly faster. The third hole, I got really unlucky. So, it happens sometimes. There we go, save that, kind of. This could well still be a PB if I have a decent remainder of the run, but I don't think it really will be that good. God knows how he even saved 20 seconds on my personal best. I mean, there's some obvious time losses, but it's mostly not obvious to me. I'll nick his golf cart just for a bit of satisfaction.
Sit down. However, I must warn you, I'm quite the Matrix man.
Time of 3 weeks ago,
Or
you
some
didn't
like
have your
to
2 or
call
3
it.
water.
The
Yeah,
video
you're right.
that you
Pentagon
wrote-
Reddit has gone rather well. Of course, this is only one JAZZPUNK stream, but it's more. There's a little bit more on the line with Pentagon than with Pentagon Reddit. It's a little bit more involved, a little bit
I
harder.
prefer to call this.
I'm
first
certainly
win.
not as good at JAZZPUNK as I am at Pentagon Reddit, I'd say.
You should hop in. The
There's
water
no way
is
you
perfect.
could have been able to win
That
that.
comparison doesn't make much sense. It's still very true to me.
Another trophy. Modesty prevents me. I feel like an ass. Oh, I don't deserve. You know in my one week. You flatter me, Polyblank.
Yes, it is a Sony. I said it'd be a no reset, and we can at least hold up to that. I don't think we're going to gain any time at all here. Usually this is about exactly how long it is. So it's certainly not going to gain, I should say. I think we're going to lose a couple of seconds, actually. No surprise as to where that happened. Mainly the grave rage
So
controls.
you're done.
Yeah, I'm going to
I've got
lose
do
several
what I've got
seconds.
to do. I mean, you might as well
Goodness
call
me.
my mouth now because
bad
it's only
conclusion.
going to end one way.
Oh well. It happens sometimes. Is my game actually removing the loads here? It does look like it is, but I don't know, it doesn't look like it is at the same time. It's very weird. I keep looking at controls and it just seems to be moving through the loading screens. Whatever. Yeah, it's unusual to lose that much time on Bachelor's Pad. Oh well, thank you for tuning into JAZZPUNK stream, people who did. It's very kind. As I tend to say. JAZZPUNK speedrunning is definitely a marathon, not a sprint, so I'll come back to it at some point. Certainly could be soon. Might not be.
Alright, my sincerest apologies.
Martin,
I'll
dearest
left this
apologies.
technical here. In the event
God,
that
I've got
I
a
ever
lot
get
of loads in this
transmogrified
level.
into a man-reptile hybrid, and you need to escape the labyrinth that is my digestive system, I've provided some
Just got
specimens of
Phantom
additional for just such an
payphone.
occasion.
Phantom 87
Don't
payphone.
take too many. Oh, and just a warning.
It'll probably still
I
end up
have
being
a
sub
particularly
14.
violent immune system.
Something, isn't it?
Best of luck.
Continually record those is not bad. Oh well.
Also,
Best
please don't
ever
harm my
crocodile.
secretary if I eat her for pudding.
Why is Paint the Center of speedrunning dominated by Europeans? It's a good question. I don't really know the answer, I'm afraid. It's interesting point. I suppose, well, one of the things that Americans have going for them is the first ever Paint the Sand Red speedrunner is American. It's called Emerald Citadel. Yeah, don't worry. I've got your files. I think those are fine. Thank you. I should be able to use that exact kind of thing to time stuff. So thank you very much. That'll be fine. Hang on. Let me locate the thing I was talking about. Yes, the first ever Paint the Sand Red speedrunner submitting for all bosses. The original leaderboard mod as well. Was Emerald Citadel. He did a time of about 10 minutes, which is extremely slow by modern standards, but it's still the first ever one. In 2017. And yeah. Europe is purest, strongest. Jesus Christ. Right, well, that's it. I'm ending the stream before Victorious goes on a complete madness. I think that's probably best. I shall. Hang on, is this a run from someone who's not even independent? Ah, it's from Tuftiril. See, Europe, Poland, Finland sticking together. No problem whatsoever. Europeans continue to dominate the leaderboards. Right, for years to come, hopefully. Thank you so much for joining in, everyone. I'm going to head off in a moment. I'm just going to respond to this final quip from Creeper King. What else did Europeans conquer then? What else happened? The rest of the world, by any chance? That's quite a number of things that happened. America's one of them. One person console PTR. You gotta be. I agree with you, but you do have to defeat Braun first. And Braun has, as well, some runs. One of them is already the Biker Bar record as well, so which is unfortunate for you, I'm afraid. Sorry. I shouldn't mention, I'm sure you're aware. But yeah, Victorious, what have you got? What have you got for me? On the final. Braun, Poland. Oh, I'm not going to do that right now. I'll do it on my other monitor. What, Braun, the professional football club? There are a couple of different things called Braun Poland. Yeah, I know what that is, don't worry. I know what Braun Poland is. God damn it, Victorious. Okay, I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much for joining in the stream. I'm going to head off. Do go and enjoy your lives, and remember that speedrunning is pretty cool and sometimes raises money for charity as well, and it's worth a go. Goodbye, Creeper. Goodbye, Victorious. Goodbye, anyone else who has lingered in the chat. I'll see you soon. Glory to our Stosk.